Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the I-60 BYOC. We are going to apologise very quickly for a couple of technical delays getting back into the series. Just well, of course, the best of three means that some matches start early, so we're going to jump into this one halfway through the first map. It's going to be Team Infused going up against TLR. Is that right? That's not right, is it? Hang on, this is the problem with me and my memory. I can't actually remember. It's going to be Infused against Dog Gaming. TLR still yet to play their first round matchup.
Yeah, TLR are facing off against Crident, and they are on they're still in their first round match because I think TLR actually had a power surge over at their thing, so they had to start it late. Whoever wins that one will go on to face FM Esports. But in the meantime, we're going to have Infused versus Dog Gaming, and yeah, they're going to be getting underway on this first map of Overpass. 6-6 is the scoreline that we're jumping into, so close to the end of this first half, and it looks like it is going to be, I believe that's Infused taking this round over, certainly with 4 players left to 2, and the plant on B site. The eco seems to be coming out from Dog Gaming.
Dog Gaming 2-on-4 situation. To their disadvantage, of course, Infused holding things down for their current situation. Bomb's going to go down here on B site. So at the moment, best thing to do for them is save the AWP and AK. It makes the most amount of sense at this point. Just not try and risk it. They haven't got. I don't think they've got a whole lot of money on their side. So after that one round loss as well in the last one, it makes sense just then to keep their money because they're not going to have a whole lot going into this next round. It's going to be one player on $4,000. But Griff's
what did we figure out the guy's name was on Infused the other day?
Shady.
Shaney. Right, got it. I remember now. Okay. Yeah, so we saw Infused the other day. They came up they won 16-2, didn't they, in their matchup that we saw? But that was right at the start of the group stages. So, this is going to be a completely different ball game, and as you can see, it's a lot closer this time around, 6-7 already. In general, we're going to be seeing a lot closer games across these best of threes as we start to progress in the winners bracket and start to get closer towards that final, which should be really quite exciting to get into as they move through. But yeah, so setting up, pushing in a little bit to long, a little bit to mid. We're going to see Infused start to put the pressure on. Bomb held back, waiting for that opening, and now we could see some fights going on here in mid, connector and bathrooms.
Yeah, it's going to be Pickles that pushes on through. Debaser may get caught off guard. However, he's going to have to hit that squeaky door, so the information will be there for him. Depends if Pickles can find himself that kill to start things off. A minute to go, though. It looks like Infused are instead going to try and opt for middle presence. It's going to be Shaney that takes down a first AWP shot onto Hickles, shuts him down now, 5-on-4. No rotations coming in from the CTs just yet. They haven't got information on the bomb. They've only got information on a few players up in middle, so they're not going to bank on that just yet. Now just going to be down to Pickles to pick up that bomb now, moving on towards the site, coming through 17 HP on Mezzi. That's not going to be great for him, and now Shaney with the AWP going to swat out the first. Griffs goes falling, and now we're in 3-on-5 situations in the favour of Infused, who will just run over the remaining CT on the A side. Debaser and Ash for a retake. Debaser pushing on through from dumpster. Headshot comes on through, leaves Ash alone and alive in a 1 versus 5.
Yeah, taking this round is going to mean that they do secure the lead going into the second half. How much, though, remains to be seen on the next round. Just a quick update. Their economy is in such a way that they're probably going to be facing pretty much a full eco team, like Armor's Pistols maximum. Not that much utility at all. And they will have this strength behind them of at least, 3 AKs and an AWP. So they're going to be very strong going into this last round. Let's see what the CTs try to pick up here.
8-6, Infused, very strong so far. Have themselves into the half advantage, of course, but they've taken their T side pretty nicely here at should be a 3-round advantage, depending on how well the CTs manage to play these pistols, because, I mean, up against these AKs, they're going to have to basically pull off the same sort of stuff we were seeing yesterday with the Deagle shots and the 1Ds coming through, so very unlikely for Dog Gaming at this present point. 2 UMPs in play on Ash and Griffs, both of which are going to go challenging on through, and Ash will not find a whole lot, but Griffs actually managed to find a pick onto Pickles, so it's a great start so far. CTs will hold down angles, look for the close range fights, look for their openings into matchups. So we'll see them slowly make their way in towards presence for the Infused side. Still going to be the man disadvantage. Bomb's going to get picked up by Shaney. Shiki and Co also holding out towards middle. One lurking out towards Monster, but no commitment from the T side just yet. It looks like they might try to set up a B though.
Yeah, they've done a brilliantly fun thing for the casters, called themselves Pickles, Lickles and Hickles all in the same game. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, Lickles going to be taking the push through Monster, looking for Ash, is going to find the headshot. Now B-Site is going to be the target of their aggression. Turns around, and Shiki able to turn it onto Hickles, as they aren't able to pick up the terrorists that they need. But Griffs, again, with that UMP, finds a kill. That's 3 on 3 now, as the bomb is now on the B-Site, gets planted. Mezzi at the back towards CT is going to have to go with that Deagle if he wants to find anything. Debaser is going to find one onto Joe Bain. V-Rot. Now Lickles playing in water is going to find it, and there's Shaney as well backing him up. Now it's just Griffs left standing against the Tech-9, and the headshot comes through.
9-6 scoreline favour of the T side, of course. I was predicting this one. It was going to be a very unlikely situation, and managed to find themselves... Well, Dog Gaming managed to find themselves a little bit more of than probably that they were expecting. 3 kills came their way. They found that much going for them at least, but sadly it was not to be. Infused had the better buy. They had themselves the economical advantage. Were able to buy in pretty nicely here into... Well, what would be a half advantage. Now it's going to be the pistol round coming back together. Buy-ups look mostly like armor on the CT side. No defuse kit for them, so they're banking on their holds rather than their retakes. Tech-9, AWP, Tech-9 on Hickles, and Griffs has got himself out the smoke. Moving on through towards the site there. It's going to be Lickles that goes forward. Sheik still there for the trade. 1, 2 kills come back. No, he just manages to fluff all the headshots. Tags down Ash to 24 HP, but he just isn't able to do the job and finish the job. Now it's just going to be remaining to the CT, setting up the backstab, and on the site right there, it's going to be Shane that challenges on through, but the Baser takes him down. The USP coming in from the back. He does actually get spotted out. The Baser has the info, and Ash is challenging out towards Water. Pickles going to pick up 1 kill. Now just down to 1 more. The Baser getting 1 back. It's a 1 versus 3 situation, so Dog Gaming will have themselves into a pistol.
Exactly. I mean, they have come out strong at the start of this half. As you say, missing the shots in bathrooms, absolutely crucial mistake there, and they paid the price for it. But Pickles isn't done just quite yet. Chimes in with a kill onto Mezzi. Goes for the fake defuse. Baits the peaks, but they're both in the same position. 9 HP, but it's not going to matter. Ash lands the headshot at range with the Glock. And that's going to put another round on the board for Dog Gaming. Now 7-9, 2 rounds behind. Still a very close match.
Yeah, now Force Spire will come in from the CTs. A standard good round from Dog Gaming, of course. Bringing themselves a pistol that they need to bring themselves back to what could potentially be a very even 9-9. We'll see, however, if Infused manage to shut themselves down and bring themselves back into into contention for the lead. Deagle's out. 157 on Lickles. I would like to find out what his actual name is, but we'll find out in a moment. And the UMP, of course, on Pickles as well. So they'll take very aggressive angles, the CTs, with the pistols trying to just find whatever they can and, well, see if they can get an opening pick, which in this case is not going to go down, as Dog will be able to take the first kill of the round. 5-on-4 situation.
But look at B site. I mean, they're completely flooded it. They own it, and they haven't really had to challenge anyone. The bomb is going to get planted with minimal resistance from the CTs. Now, Deagle shots raining from Shaney. Not going to find it just yet. Does get a little bit of damage, but that's it. That's all of it. And there we go. The spray starting to go towards heaven from Mezzi. Does get tagged up a little bit. And CT's now on the retake. 5v4 and Pickles finds one. Debaser trades it back. Now 3v4. Galil picked up for Pickles.
Yeah, and just not much they can be doing here. Debaser going to rotate and back up his teammates, but for this point, the bomb's too far ticked for the CT side to bring themselves into a round here. So, yep, conversion is standard going to the T side favour. They get themselves 4 UMPs, a bit of money farmed up on their side. Hickles and Debaser getting 2 kills between them. So all in all, not a bad round from either side, but in this case it will favour obviously Dog Gaming with their round on the board. 9-8 scoreline now. Infused still in the lead, but this eco could change things. They've got themselves a Galil and a couple of Deagles saved from the last round to work with, but other than that, they're not going to invest at all. They're going to try to build up their economy. They're going to try to get themselves a decent shout in the rifle.
Yeah, they have to play it safe. It's such a close game that they can't really afford to let anything sort of go, it'll be all right. They need to bring it up and make sure they're tightening up what they're doing. Now, their layout right now indicates a B site take. I mean, they've got the bomb moving towards Monster, and they've got the position in short, and they get the pick on towards Joe Bain, who, playing on the boost, gets taken down with a headshot over the wall. Now, they are looking for this B site, and they should be starting their aggression any time now, but they have moved back towards Monster, and I think we're going to see the full push coming in through Monster here.
Yeah, 5-on-4 situation. This favours Dog Gaming big time, but it's going to come down to the challenge from the air. Galillas. Pickle's going to pick up one, looking for a little bit more. Fortunately, Mezzi comes in before he can do any particular damage. In with a second as well. Cleans up the B site very nicely. Only Shaney there to defend with a deagle in his hand. Going to get challenged down to 41 HP, as well as that Shiki gets tagged down to 50 as well with the same gun. Mezzi with a triple kill. Going to find himself at 4th. Hickles comes in and cleans things up, and that is going to be 9-9. A swift round coming in for the T side.
Absolutely. They have come out storming 3 rounds, so now is the time where we could see the Infused squad come back, bringing those rounds. I mean, 3 rounds tends to be that cutoff, which you normally see, just standard 3 rounds, then the other team gets a round, and then they carry it on from there. However, you know, if they lose this, it goes to 5, and then there's the next cutoff, and so we'll see where Infused managed to break into these rounds. 9-all is the scoreline, and honestly, it's probably one of the closest sort of throughout the entire match games we've seen so far. I mean, we saw 16-14 scorelines and first overtime coming in last best of 3, but we haven't seen it go neck and neck all the way so far like this, so I'm really excited to see how this turns out.
Yeah, AWP in play for Pickles. No, not for Pickles, for Shaney, excuse me. That's going to be the MAC-10 also still in play for the T side, and I don't think it's going to matter that much because they're going to try playing the close range angles with the SMGs. Griff's going to go falling, Pickles gets one back, and they're trading 1 for 1 for 1. Finally, Ash does take the man advantage for the T side now, and they're going to make their way in towards the site. The bomb has been dropped a minute to go, so this retake is still doable for Shaney and Shiki. Now Shiki just going to rotate back towards the T-spawn, try to set up a different angle for this retake here. It will also be Shaney getting a bit of tag damage on towards the player, out towards default. The bomber's gone down. They're holding down angles. Mezzi is expecting it to come on through. No, he doesn't actually. He's looking the wrong way as Shiki gets the kill on towards the player, in towards Monster. It's now just 54 and 64 HP. The defender gets an AWP and an M4 now as Ash hears out the footsteps of Shiki. He's pushing on through. Headshot comes in, and now the AWP will still be able to get the wall banger. Now in towards Water. Have to try and challenge on towards Griff's here. Moving in towards Monster, and he's got to take the close range fight. He's got no defuse kit. I think this one's too far gone now, and Griff's is going to take the kill, take an AWP out of the hands of Infused, and bring it 10 rounds to the favour of Dog Gaming.
And they managed to pick up the AWP as well to boot, so going to be pretty chuffed with that save, and now the economy isn't looking too strong for Infused, and they're on the back foot here. 10-9, and looks like it's probably going to go to 11-9 at least, and that's going to be where the opportunity for Infused to come back in is going to present itself. So full AKs getting picked up as expected for Dog Gaming, and only a couple of pistols. A deagle on Shiki, but the rest of them P250s are 5.7 as well.
Yeah, Pickle's going to go aggressive, try to see if he can get some sort of challenge in towards. Actually, I'm surprised that grenade didn't hit him, but not to be today. Just holding back, and the T side will try to find anything they can, but the best they're going to find is a little bit of damage on the board, maybe, so they can take one of those rifles, preferably the AWP, out of their hands. And that will work out well for them, but right now it's just going to be Shiki left alone in a 1 versus 3. Picked up an AK. I think he's just going to try and hold back with that without trying the retake, because at the moment, I mean, there is no way this is going to be able to work for him. A 4 HP retake against 3 remaining T-side players. It's just not a very likely thing. Like, it's just straight up. Like it's virtually impossible for him to do unless he lands some ridiculous headshots, which even those are unlikely. He's got to get the information first, and he will land a dink onto Ash, but that's all he's going to find, as he will get taken down 11-9 once again. Dog Gaming bringing the comeback here on T-side.
Certainly are. I mean, they're only 2 rounds in the lead, but they have won, I believe, it's 5 rounds now on the trot. So getting a little bit of momentum on their side, getting the pacing in their control, and taking control of the map. I mean, it could have been the case that they are just better at the map, but Infused have a strong T side. It could be the case that they're just more confident on T side in general, but it certainly looks like Infused have met their match here.
And now really moving in towards early challenges. Griff's great first shot, 17 HP onto Shaney. Now Hickles can be the first man that falls. Ash comes in with a very nice wall banger, however, taking down one. Mezzi gets a second, and now it's going to be the TT side presence in connector, all cleaned up now. 2 on B and 1 on A. Bombs out towards T-spawn, a 3 versus 4 situation, making its way in towards Monster. Pickles will still hold down the angle, aggressive alongside his teammate there, shoulder to shoulder. I don't know if this is something that will work, however, for the T side. Still got to deal with that push if they do decide that they want to go for that one. And meanwhile, on the other side of the map, there's also Shaney with the AWP watching down long. He'll have to land some of the great shots of the tournament to bring that one back into contention. But right now, 55 seconds on the clock. It looks like Dog Gaming are going to stack their way in towards the B site push here.
It's going to be a tough one, but it shouldn't be too much of a challenge. There's Pickles and Lickles chiming in with 2 kills apiece. Aiming from short, the bomb's still back behind Monster, and just like that, the numbers change, but the health bar's really not good right now for Infused. If they do take those trades, it's more than likely that they're going to go down, especially Shaney. If he goes for a challenge, doesn't manage to land that first shot, he's going down pretty much no matter what. Lickles and Pickles, a little bit more of a chance, but it really is on a knife edge right now.
Well, Shaney, 17 HP, is hearing out all the footsteps and lands the cross shot immediately. 10 seconds now for Griffs. And look at this, he sold a fake. Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous from Dog Gaming. Infused will fall for it. Hook, line, and sinker now. Gonna have to rotate. They still think it's A? There's no way. Pickle's finally going to rotate and do a smart thing. Now going to challenge on towards Griff. Spots out the pixel before he manages to shot out his own one right there. 20 versus 6. The spray eventually works out to the favour of Pickles. A 2k for him. But a beautiful fake will net Dog Gaming a bomb plant at the least.
Yeah, so 5 rounds before the streak gets broken. That's kind of the standard non-3 round setup, and brings it 10 to 9 and 11 to 10. I'll get the numbers there eventually. It'll be all right. 11 to 10, still with Dog Gaming in the lead, and they do have a significant economic buffer to play with. Drop, I assume, going over to D-base at some point. But it gives Infused this sort of weird situation where they've won the round, sure, but like they're on a back economic foot. It's a very odd sort of situation to find yourself in, but hopefully they'll be able to do the best they can here, and a little bit of fast aggression coming towards short and water could mean that the T's have a foothold towards B.
Yeah, it's going to be actually a lot of map control towards the B side of the half. They're kind of going to ignore middle and ignore long and set up for what actually could be a very good execution rush in towards the site here. Griff's got himself out to smoke in towards heaven, and now here come the Molotovs. Yes, it's going to be a very quick play in towards B site. Ash, first man on point, on site, sprays the first, looks to connect it onto the second, and he will do very nicely as Nichols and Pickles are both down now to a 5-on-3 situation, favour of Dog Gaming. Ash down at 20 HP, has to play passive, but he's done his job, so he'll be more than happy with that. A backstab's on its way, but it's a little bit too late as he's going to have to go challenging onto the base. Actually, Ash manages to land the headshot anyway. With 5-on-4, but like that, Mez is holding Liberties out towards jungle and will take down Shaney. A 4-on-2 situation, and it will be, well, the CT's playing chicken and running away, looking for exit frags and not going to go for this retake here. It's unlikely, makes sense. Once again, these guys are caught out in the cold, and the T-Sub will have themselves a 12th.
Saving those 4 rifles, 3 AKs in the AWP, and, well, saving the 2 rifles on the CT side. Probably valuable for them. Taking a look at their economy, you can see that it's not looking quite so strong for them right now. Pickles and Shaney might be able to buy up, but probably not on the side of Lickles. He like armor pistol. I'm expecting to see it coming out from him. Maybe just a deagle and no head armor, or something like that. But the rest of them I'm expecting to buy. FAMAS's scouts maybe could see that yet coming out from Shaney. And yeah, there's the deagle and full armor. So. He has spent all his cash there. And they are going to be coming up against the full AK AWP setup. 12-10 is the scoreline, and Dog looking to further their lead.
Yeah, still just going to be a bit of an awkward setup for the Infused lineup. 2 and 4s, a FAMAS, a Scout, and a Deagle is what they will have to play with. But Sheiky's got himself the good info on where Mezi is. Will challenge anyway through the wall. Is going to get taken on 15 HP, so not going to find all of it here. And now 12-10. May look more and more likely to go 13-10 at this point. I mean, they just win those aim duels, they win themselves tag battles, they win themselves, weapon advantages, man advantages, health advantages, and Dog Gaming are stomping on Infused right now. It's just 1 round out of the last 7 or so gone to the favour of the CT Infused. Now a minute to go, their execution comes on through once again. Molotov out towards jungle, may push Shiki away, or it may take him down. He did take a little bit of a dink, I think, on that one, but now it's just going to be the smokes and flashbangs coming on through for the execution once again towards the B side. Lickle's got himself that deagle down, manages to take down Mezzy, very nicely done, and now it's going to be a bit of a discommunication coming in from the T side. They're pretty scrambled, they're not going to go pushing in so more aggressive now. The smokes will cover them off eventually, but Pickles comes in with a spray down, takes the first, the Baser takes him back, and now it's going to be Shiki lining up one, looking for his second. He will find it very nicely. The Baser now alone in a 1 versus 4, takes the first, but it's not going to happen today as one comes in from the Heaven area, and 3 players stay alive for the 11th round on the board for the Infused side.
Keeping it at level pegging, Infused are doing their work that they need to do. Dog, still a worthy competitor. I believe they took down Impulse in their first round. So, I mean, good show to them already. And now that they're coming even with... oh, no, sorry, they took down Reason Gaming in their first round. Yeah, I mean, coming into this as well with the ability to keep this going even. We believe this is the first map of this second round. We can't quite confirm that, but we're pretty sure.
Yeah, we're about 80% sure at this point.
So we should be having at least one more map. But with it close like this, I wouldn't be surprised if it went to 3.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have been playing it so close, but I think the problem here is that Dog Gaming, after those mini rounds during the opening part of this half, they managed to find themselves such a good advantage against Infused. Now Infused are playing the catch-up game now that they've taken the lead, so they just can't seem to find themselves in with the advantages. Now they will find themselves a one-man, but there it is. It's traded out immediately by Hickles taking down Shiki to a 4-on-4. So for Infused, every single step forward they take, it seems like Dog Gaming take one step further ahead of them. Again, they just seem to have a hard time catching up to them here.
Certainly, I mean, they've got their work cut out for them. They seem to be one step behind on this CT side, but we'll see what they can do. They set play coming out towards A site, 2 long, 2 mid, and the push has come through. Flash turn is not able to find the kill. Hickles comes out on top of the trade, and it is going to be the rotate coming in for Lickles as he moves through CT. Playing passive on A site, falling back, waiting for his teammates, and they are now ready and waiting to strike. Lickles peeking up from Dumpster. Bomb starting to get planted, finds the headshot onto Hickles, traded out immediately by Ash as they start their push. There's Shaney and another one onto Pickles, bringing it into a 1v2. Orb from long in the hands of Griffs. Shot goes wide. The fake defuse comes through and they're both pushing him, finds one. Is he going to turn it around? And the pistol wins it for him. Griffs picking up the 13th round, 13-11, and that is not a round that they wanted to lose on Infused.
No, 100%. That was not the round that they wanted to lose. And as a result, we're going to be seeing a pause coming in. Is this going to be a tactical pause? This could be potentially a very good tactical pause for Infused, because they need to call this one out right now. They need to think about really where they stand here, because... well, I mean, like I said, you know, every step that they take forward, Dog Gaming take one more as well, and they just seem to get themselves this advantage. Now they're going to be able to take 2, because the economy for Infused isn't looking the best thing. Yes, they've been able to get 47.50 on one player, but the rest of them looking at about $2 grand, $1 grand, $3 grand, just about.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a full buy-up coming in this round.
No, they do what I like to call a double break, where you give them the lost money, you let them win, beat them, let them win again, beat them. And that kind of just completely shreds their economy, as you say, takes it down to this sort of weird set of monetary values. I mean, you've got 4.7 on Joe Bain for some reason. Maybe a couple more kills going over to him. But in general, yeah, it leaves them kind of destitute and unable to really put together something, and it can wreck their cohesiveness. And in general, that's kind of what you want to do. One of my sort of theories in terms of Counter-Strike is don't play the game, play the player. Because if if they have no morale, they're not going to be able to beat you. Exactly. Because you guys can just like play together, play as a team, communicate. If they're angry, you know, that can be a real bad hindrance to them.
Yeah.
So they need to be able to switch their mindset and come back from that if they want to take this one.
Yeah, 100%. Actually, I do want to bring that up, actually, because during that Barrage versus Xenix game that you and Luke were casting, I was actually sitting behind Barrage, and there were some moments where Shanked was getting pretty annoyed at himself. He was very he wasn't on form sometimes, because he was apologising to his teammate because he'd done XYZ issue. His morale was defeated, and as a result, sometimes he really fell off. So you're 100% right. You know, at the moment, the Infused morale could be absolutely crushed, which could mean that Dog Gaming just just off the basis of team play and the way that they're playing this one better than Infused, and the way they're just keeping themselves ahead of Infused by one step at a time, this could end up being a match that they can take in the next 3 rounds. But we'll find out. The next round should go towards their side. Like I say, not going to be a huge buy-up. One Deagle Defuse as well coming out just for the more expensive, valuable player on the Infused side. But meanwhile, it's just going to be Deagles, USPs, P250s, smoke, sorry, not smoke, flashbang and grenade for Lickles. And it will be the CTs, well, sorry, the T's moving on through towards the CTs as Shane is going to be the first man down.
Ash is going to be the one to do so, and Hickles looking to follow it up in kind as the push comes through, and it is going to go over onto Joe Bain. So 2 kills early into the round against the ecoing forces of Infused. Hickles, though, taken quite low. If they do manage to get another peek on him, they might be able to take him down. But they are just biding their time, playing it slow, poking their noses in where they can. This is something that we've seen a couple of times so far in this game, is that Dog Gaming will sort of, you know, go take early ground relatively aggressively and then wait and get picks like that and capitalize on them.
Yeah, like you say, just Infused not able to counteract that kind of playstyle at all. So now 2 on 5, a USP and a P250 to try and retake this B site, which has been left all open for them. Ash will get this one down, and it will be, well, I mean, they'll try a retake. They could. I mean, it wouldn't be successful. It's very unlikely to be successful, but yeah, there it is. Shaky comes in, and Lickles will just close things out for the Infused lineup right there. Going down to the Mac 10. It's going to be 14-11 to the favour of Dog Gaming, and well, this should be a buy-up, a very difficult buy-up coming in for the CT side. Unless they want to hit double eco, actually.
I was expecting a UMP on Joe Bain, I'm going to be honest, but no, pistol armour. For the rest of them is what I would have called. Maybe they're expecting to win this one, or hoping that if they don't win this one, they can take it to overtime. That's probably their secondary. They're sort of hedging their bets here with this buy, and it feels like probably go with one or the other. Either full save, try and take it to overtime, or you know, go in for this round and try and win it. It seems to me like this sort of this half and half is probably not too beneficial. They will be able to buy up next round, but you know, I'm not too sure about that call. We'll see how it turns out for them. I mean, obviously they still could. You can win every single round of Counter-Strike you play, right? It's all to do with how well you play it. And it looks like, once again, I said it a couple of minutes ago, we see Dog take aggressive stance in bathrooms in mid, and now they're starting to take aggressive stance in long. And they're trying to just sniff out what's going on. And that's what they do. They take an aggressive front line. They try and see what they can see, get a pick, or rotate around what they can get. And it looks like they're rotating back towards B. Maybe they've, you know, got some idea as to what's going on in terms of what Infused are doing.
Yeah, I mean, Dog Gaming definitely playing this one carefully. Not going to rush in. I think they realise that Dog Gaming could have very easily force bought into a lot of weaponry, like UMPs on the board for them. But right now, it's not going to be the case. They'll actually push on through. Pickles will try to take first face. The base is going to take the first pick, however, as the man in Toxic is down. As one towards Short and one towards Graffiti. Ash going to clean up Pickles out towards Water, and now just the rest of them to start falling here. Hickles gets one. Mezzi's going to get another, and Hickles chimes in with a double to close things out. 15-11 to the Dog Gaming side. Match point now, or map point for these guys. Could be match point, we have actually no idea. In truth, it's I-60 for you. And now we're going to be seeing the buy-up. So yeah, it's exactly what you were saying. You know, the eco coming out, they're relying on themselves to get themselves in towards overtime. But this is quite a gamble. 4 rounds in a row. It's not like a complete stomp to go to try and come back from, but it's definitely still a risk nonetheless for Infused.
4 rifles, 1 AWP. The story of both teams. A tale of 2 sides. A match of 2 halves, and it certainly seems to be that way. So close up until when Dog just seem to start to run away with it. I mean, you know, Flash is going over the top and the push on long gives Mazzy a kill, trade it back, but Ash brings in the advantage and the full rotate comes in, but looks like Dog once again are just hanging back. They're just chilling. They're alright. They've got 2 picks, and it's quite relatively early in the round. I mean, they've got a minute 10 on a map like Overpass. It's very easy to just quickly get in there and try and get a sight, but they do need to make sure that they're in a position to do that. Slowly pushing up long. I feel like they need a person in mid to try and get that flank. As you can see, Bathrooms is now starting to be taken over by the CTs, and, well, that could be their undoing.
Now Pickles moving on through, taking down Ash, so finally Infused will change it back to a 3-on-3 situation. Didn't start off things on the best foot, but now they will bring themselves back into contention for overtime here. 40 seconds on the clock. Bombs out towards long. 2 players in towards middle and bathrooms. And T-side will just slowly make their way in towards the A site. Lickles is going to challenge first, and the base is going to take him down. So now rotations coming in. It's Shaney with the AWP. He has to go huge because he's the only cross that hasn't been blocked, and he's going to take down the base as a result. Now Griffs and Hickles, last 2 alive. 15 seconds. They have to get on site. They have to get the bomb down, and it's going to be Pickles that takes the first, but he's going to get traded once again. But the bomb's down now. Hickles has to go all the way back and plant it. I don't think he has enough time. Yes, he just about does to plant it for default now. Shaney has to peek out, take this shot. He spots at the pixel but isn't able to land the wall bang coming on the Hickles. Trying to land his headshot, sprays away. 46 HP on Shaney. The smoke's going to go out. Will block off a little bit of vision, or just about so. Quick scope lands the shot. It's going to be 12 rounds on the board for Infused.
Yeah, I mean, that was clutch or kick kind of time, right? And the spray wasn't hitting, the AWP shots weren't hitting, right until the last one, where Shaney was able to close it out. So they're going to be still in this one, trying to take it to overtime on the first map. Well, hopefully, what is potentially the first map of this matchup, and we'll see what they can do. Ooh, we won't pay attention to that one. I don't know if you caught that.
I didn't know, actually.
Okay, don't worry, that's fine.
What happened?
Nothing.
What happened?
Nothing.
What happened?
Don't want to get anyone in trouble.
I'm going to watch the stream replay. I want to know what happened.
It's a momentary thing. If you free cam back to T-spawn, you might see it.
Free cam back to T-spawn. This is a bad idea while election's going down, but
Yeah.
I want to find out. Oh. For those of you not aware, the Nega is banned in this tournament. So
I mean, that's only detrimental to them if they're not using it. It's fine. Yeah, we should be.
It kills their economy, that's for a start. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not going to help them out at all, because now they're going to execute and they're going to make it very quick, because if they run out of money here, then it could mean that the CT is able to take this one very close to overtime. Jobane's going to get one, and Shiki going to make the man advantage back towards the T side, but Mezzi's there to trade with 3-on-3, 7 HP. The grenade from Jobane is going to take him down. Griffs and the baser, last 2 alive, act towards Monster. The bomb's going to get picked up. There's still Lickles and Jobane to be dealing with. I don't know if they have the information on the bomb, because Shaney is still out towards A spawn. Watching out for anyone to rotate. If they do, I mean, you can still play the rotation, of course, and that would be a very good play for him, because actually the bomb is on his way back towards A site, and I think they're committing to this rotate if they're going all the way around to the T spawn. So a good hold from Infused will put them in contention here. 35 seconds on the clock is a 3 versus 2. It favours this T side, and Griffs is hungry for a little bit more.
See what they can find. Griffs putting up short as his current bid for where he wants to go. Long, though, seems to be where the aggression's coming out for from Debaser. Potentially a bait here. The rotate could be coming out as he shows his face in mid and rotates very quickly in towards connector as the A site take has come through. Smoke, and it's going to allow the plant. This is the second time we've seen a fake, and it's worked twice. So now it's going to be Shaney on site. Does spot out the shadow, doesn't take the shot. Is it going to take that one, and it's going to land. The bomb is in the optimal position for them right now. It's planted for Bank, and they have complete control of that position. Griffs does not, and that's going to be Shaney getting the kill. And there we go, another round for the counter-terrorists. 2 people able to save as well.
I'm not sure if that was a misplay or whether they were trying to set up something there from the Dog Gaming side, because the moment the partner went down, like, that kind of that kind of looked like it was a bit of an awkward setup with one player out towards middle area. And just not able to take the challenge if they try to hit the defuse. So it seemed like a bit of a misplay more than anything else, but I don't know what was going on with Dog Gaming in that one. Either way, it's going to be a round for Infused. 13-15 now. It's going to be the Force Fire coming in from the T side. A lot of money exhausted into this round, so Infused may be inches away from taking themselves into 15-15. If they can force the eco, force the issue from the T side, then this can work out so well for them. Their setup is currently for map control. 2 players going aggressive in towards middle, looking for the information that they can. One out towards connector in the form of Shiki, being also backed up by Lickles. And of course, Pickles will be holding back from Toxic in case they do decide to go for a monster rush.
5 rifles on both sides, and they don't want to give anything, because I mean, they lose this one, their economy is pretty much shot. They need to back up this round, and they want to take this map home right now. So they're waiting. Oh, That's not so good.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
we're
okay,
back.
we're back. Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Don't worry. We're back on the server. So it's going to be a little bit of close posturing on long and far back on mid being played here on the T side. So what I'm expecting to see here is actually a long push with a guard on the rotate in connector being left, potentially in the form of that. But Shaney has other ideas. Ash falls early, and they go up mid for their A push.
35 seconds on the clock now. Here we go, execution on towards A site. Looks like it's going to be a smoke. I think that was set up to fake on towards B, try and see if they can stall the rotation. But look at this, the CTs have a good hold on this A site here. Only 2 players left alive, and there's going to be 3 actually on the B site itself. So we will see challenges coming on through from Griffs and Co as they do enter on towards site. Jobane's got himself a good spot in the corner, takes down Hickles. It's a 3 versus 5, but now Griffs comes back. Messi gets one. It's a 3 versus 3, and the base is watching for the rotation coming in from connector. Shiki goes down, Lickles goes down, and there it is. It's going to be a 1 versus 3. Pickles has virtually no chance of winning this. It will be map 1, 2, I'm not sure at this point, going to the favour of Dog Gaming, unless Pickles can find some ridiculous spray or some incredible headshots. It's more than unlikely. Defuse kit's in his hand, and there's 3 players there to peek 3 angles from him. This is very unlikely to win.
But they're all playing the same angle. I mean, if it's legit that he could do it, but obviously, well, I mean, he doesn't. But the fact that they were all playing the same angle kind of doesn't make sense to me.